Good morning.
Tim,
How are you?
hello, hello. By the way, I still just say good morning to people, even if it's evening,
Same.
and sometimes it throws people off. Sometimes it's like 12:05, and people are like, well, "It's the afternoon now."
Yeah. I like it. Yeah. You know, I'm a morning runner. If I do run, off chance I run in the afternoon or the evening, yeah, it's just habit to say good morning to people. But I do appreciate it when people then reply to
Well,
my good morning with good morning when it is in fact the evening.
it's just nice to get a response. Period. I think
Yeah.
70% of the time, no response. Maybe it's because I'm saying good morning in the afternoon, but
Mm,
I don't know. Um, I try to use words, you know me. I try to use words that, like, if someone says sorry, like when they're trying to get by you at the grocery store,
hmm
I don't say that because I'm not sorry about it. So I say pardon me. And I think they're confused by that. They're like, pardon me. I
Ah,
haven't heard that word in like 57 years. So, by
that
the way,
that 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 elevates working for you. Using some
exactly.
different.
But I was using that before that. But that, I get your point. I try. Santa costumes on Saturday or no?
Yes.
So they were provided.
Yes.
What was that like? Have you ever run in a Santa outfit before? 10K?
Uh,
Was it 10 mile, 6K? Was it?
It was a 5 miler. First time running in a Santa suit. The thing that's really tough with that is the fact that, there's, I don't know, like 5,000 people that ran that. So there's 5,000 Santas all running. So how do you make that in a way that you can scale? You have to be able to, you do the best you can, right? I mean, like, how do you mass produce Santa outfits to fit as many people? Um, yeah, I mean, like the beard, wind on the boardwalk kind of made it a little goofy at times, but
Okay. So was it like full on? Just the face? Like what?
yeah. So they provided the Santa hat, the Santa beard, the jacket, belt, and then like jams, if you will. Like for me, they were um, like mid shin length.
So Caprice or whatever. Okay.
Capri. There you go. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Love
I think
J-
the most difficult thing was the belt. Because it was just like the belt was kind of adjusted as you were running. A lot of there was a relative, I mean, decent amount of gear on the roads that were shed either intentionally or unintentionally. I'm sure there's even more towards the back, but
I appreciate JNA. I just think it's too many people. Like I remember when I did Shamrock, it was too many
mhm.
people.
Yeah,
Like
there was five corrals. Um, I
yeah, I just felt like there was never a space where there wasn't 15,000 people next to me
Oh, really? Yeah, we didn't have that problem.
because you're fast.
Well, no, I ran. Terry and I ran together. She beat me
Well, good,
by by a second.
good, good. Big news. The other day, I texted fan of the program, Jared Beasley of Astoria,
Mm.
the big donut king. Asked him, I'm hungry for a donut. Where can I get one? He says, good news. There's a new place on Granby Street called the Donut Dugout.
Mm.
And let me tell you, Tim, I went yesterday.
On point.
I'm a little hesitant to say what I'm about to say,
Oh boy, the
but
big. This sounds like a promotional statement here.
I think the fritter from Donut Dugout is the
Is
best
that
fritter I've ever had.
no kidding?
It's got like, I don't know, it's a very small little shop right on the corner behind Dumars. And they've only been open for a
Okay.
little bit. It's crispy and then soft in the inside. And then I even
Yeah.
had some like last night to be like, okay, like how is it like stand?
Wow.
Yeah, so I think I'll be back. If I still lived in Norfolk, I might be there a lot more frequently. But I was looking at their socials and it looks like they sell out almost every day.
Oh, okay.
So
So
I'm thinking,
do they close when they sell out? Then is that the
yeah, yeah,
deal?
yeah. So I'm thinking to myself, I got to get there like first thing in the morning
Mm.
because they're going to be a line out the door. Because that's the type of world where that's not the case. It was not like that. But
Okay.
I literally woke up, got in my car like 6:55 and got there. I was back home by 7:30. So it was a good way to
Wow.
start the day, you know?
Okay. And they have the apple fritter.
Yeah, and several
Is there
other
a
options.
big variety of to choose from, assortment?
Yeah, I'd say so. Probably 16 different options.
Okay. Man, I don't do donuts very often, but I do like it when I do.
Yeah, there was the only one that they recommended that I refused is a maple on the
Oh, they have
top.
maple.
I'm
Oh,
not a
see,
big fan of maple.
yeah. Well, so ironically, Terry and I, we were talking in the car yesterday, and we were commenting on how there is not a donut place around here that does maple, because that's a big thing in the north.
Mm. Okay, so like I'm on this journey to find the world's best apple fritter. Obviously, I'm also on a journey to find like the best like hot and sweet pickle. I don't even know if I told you this.
No.
But when people sweeten it with maple, not a fan.
Well, speaking of fans, today's show, I'm excited about this because we have two turtle fans, and I don't know if Eli remembers, but I did meet Eli. I was a judge at the kidpreneur. I can't. That is, I can't say that, but I was a
Tongue
judge.
twister.
Yes, and he had his booth all set up, and it was very, very impressive, and so I'm excited. So he can probably see that turtle right there
I
and
got a
tell
ton of
you.
turtle. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I got this one. You go get your husband?
Look at that, Zach.
At least 6 behind.
I have
What,
8.
Is that real? Okay,
Yeah,
I got no real turtles. I've saved a couple turtles. Good
I
Lord.
have 8 turtles.
What's the name of this guy?
This is Tank.
Tank. Well, he looks like a tank.
Yeah.
How old?
That's probably
what's
pretty
your
old.
estimation on how old Tank would be?
I estimate at least like 10 to 20 right now.
Wow.
They live to be like 100.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's like, put me back in, bro.
So yeah, I think this could be the record for our youngest guest. First time we've had a live animal on.
Well, I mean, I've been on the
show.
show for 200 plus episodes.
Yeah. Other than the occasional dog that passes in the background. Yeah.
How come you don't let your dogs in your office?
Because they follow Terry everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the show, Eli. It's great to have you
Yeah,
being
thank
part
you.
of the Fervent Forest show. Tell us a little bit about you and Adventure Time. What is Adventure Time?
So basically, I'm Adventure Time Eli, and I have a wildlife and endangered species conservation. And I do that through Instagram, social media, my book, which is Turtle Tales, and my journal, that goes along with the book. And I also help, of course, with my group and growing many turtles.
I love it.
What's on the shirt?
So on my shirt is a chameleon that says Adventure Time Eli.
I like that.
How old were you when you first discovered your love for turtles and for animals and conservation?
I was 2 when I got my first turtle, right? Beta fish. Oh, I got a fish when I was 2. And then how old was I when I got Bowser? Because that was the first turtle.
5 or 6.
Okay, I was 6 when I got Bowser.
Is Bowser the thing from Mario?
Yeah, Bowser's turtle from Mario. And
Got it.
yeah. And then we have Peaches, Bowser Jr., Sashimi, Godzilla, and McDouble.
Who? Who?
McDouble.
McDouble. Okay. What's the reasoning behind that name?
I just think that it's built like a sandwich.
Okay. I was wondering if you were trying to go to the Mac Shack or something at that point, you know? Give me a Big Mac, a little McRib.
Maybe.
Gotcha. Yeah, the McRib, they lie about it every year. It's always coming back.
It's great marketing.
It's not good marketing.
Well,
And it's a terrible sandwich. The McDouble is better. The McDub. I like that. Okay. Favorite animal is a turtle?
I like terrapins the most.
What's the difference?
So I know. So turtles are like saltwater. So like sea turtles, those are turtles. These are terrapins because they're not fully on land, but they still have legs, but they have webbed feet. So that's what makes a terrapin. and they live in freshwater and brackish water.
Okay, so conservation here. What's the goal of this? What's the avenue behind it? Because you don't hear of a lot of conservations here. What's the reason?
I want to help keep endangered species of turtles alive for the whole world to see, so like our ecosystems can stay healthy.
Save the turtles 2024.
Yeah, well, I know every chance my wife gets, whether we're walking, running, driving a car.
You don't do this, Tim? Oh,
we will stop the car no matter where and in what situation in order to stop the car to help the turtle cross the road. And my wife even goes as far as she has our own turtle dossier on her photos album on her iPhone to take pictures of every single turtle that we see in and around our neighborhood.
Oh, that's cool.
And just to make sure that they're the same ones, that they're still alive and doing well. Because I understand that turtles, they live within how many mile radius of where they're born?
I think it's like maybe 5 mile.
I think it is 5 mile. Yeah. So that's what we do. What's making sure that the turtles are alive and well in our neighborhood. I don't mess with snappers though.
Oh, I've caught a couple snappers. Snappers are cool. I like them.
Now, how do you catch a snapping turtle?
It depends on where you're at. But I live next to a creek, and you'll find them often along with the regular radiator sliders, like these ones. But when you do find a snapping turtle, if you want to catch it, usually you grab it by the tail and then put your hand under it and then get a firm grab on the shell and make sure it doesn't bite you. And that's how you catch a snapping turtle.
Because their necks, they can extend their neck pretty far, correct?
Yeah. That's because we have common snapping turtles here, but alligator snapping turtles are easier to catch.
There you go.
But based on the name, I don't know if I would prefer to catch an alligator snapping turtle. I never even knew there was such a thing.
Yeah, and they're easier to hold because like you can hold them behind their head because they don't have a long neck because they eat a different way. Because common snapping turtles are active hunters and they like run around the pond eating stuff, while alligator snapping turtles are ambush. Yeah, they're ambush predators. So basically, they sit and wait for a fish or like a small turtle to come by, and then they eat it.
What do you think about other reptiles?
I like all the other reptiles too.
So do you like to go to the zoo, the new reptile exhibit, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read my book at the zoo once.
You what?
I read my book at the zoo once.
That's cool. To a bunch of people?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Have you ever been to the zoo, Tim?
It's been a little while.
It's a decent city zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did make we went up to, what do they call the zoo in DC? It's not the DC Zoo. Is it? Oh yeah, the National Zoo. Yeah.
But was there a lot of stuff there?
DC Zoo.
Have you been there?
I think we went to see the pandas. Is what we did when they were there.
Before they moved them.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, so I used to go there like once a week.
Really?
Yeah, because it's free. I think all
the Norfolk Zoo.
No.
Oh, the National Zoo.
As a kid.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I remember the last time I went, like half the animals were gone. I'm like, okay, well, what happened? And they get this crazy bird box. Did you go into that?
Yep.
Is it where you buy the thing with the seeds on it and then you feed them?
No, it's just like a thing that's like seems like a mile big, and then like
just a bunch of birds in there.
Yeah, they have them somehow. They was it sequestered off into different sections because some birds get mad at other birds.
Oh,
you got angry birds up in there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What? So I'm curious from the
or at least
business.
They used to.
Oh,
I don't know if they still do.
I'm curious from the business side, Eli. You so you found your love for turtles. How did you decide, or where did you get the idea to become an author and start your business journey? And what age did you decide to do this?
I don't remember what age I started at, but I might have started at 8. And I remember going to the business class and like brainstorming on what I wanted to do with the business, and we ended up deciding on the book, and we made our first one. I didn't like it, and then we redid it again at the Bennett Center, and then I liked it. So that's how the book came to start, and then I just kept posting and talking about it from there.
What didn't you like about it?
I just didn't like how it came out the first one.
Are you a perfectionist?
Not a perfectionist, but I like to make sure it's done correctly.
Did you go through like the whole? Did you do an outline and do all that stuff that they teach in school, or did you just start free writing?
I did an outline and all that.
Wow. So that was always my problem, Zach. I would always want to just skip right to it, and then I didn't like that part of learning. Maybe that's why I'm the only one on the show that is not an author. How many books have you written to this point?
2. So I have the Turtle Tales journal, and then Turtle Tales the book, which goes along with the journal.
Another great business revenue model there.
Yeah.
I think the key to the outline. So I always tell people, Eli, I've written 2 books, maybe a little more. 2 that I like to say I wrote. I like to tell people, like, if you can put together an outline and it's around a topic that you talk about a lot, it should be fairly easy to write the book. Now, granted, people that write, like, I don't know, what are those things, like character stuff, fiction. Right? I think that's a little bit more difficult to try to figure out. The outline from a business book, it's like, okay, like here's the categories. It should be fairly easy to fill in the blanks from there, get it done. Like I remember when I did Anomaly, I had the outline because it was based off of a webinar. Then I basically just said, give a little more, sauce in there. And at the end of every chapter, I decided after I got it done, okay, there needs to be a, what do we call it? Like a spotlight on someone who's just implemented something similar and showing people how that was how it all comes together. So each chapter, in theory, most of the chapters in that book are supposed to be like longer blog posts. So you could go to one section, read it, whatever. But Tim, I told you this before, there's plenty of things that you could write about.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I just think you don't like writing.
Well, and it's not that. It's just, I don't know. Eli, what advice do you have?
You don't like outlines.
Well, I don't like following rules. I feel like, I don't know, I'm just always, anything I do, I want to do it quickly. And, I just feel like this slows me down. But Eli, what advice do you have for me? If, should I write a book? How did you get started? And what advice do you have for me?
Well, what is your favorite thing that you like, basically?
Oh, I didn't realize I was stepping into this.
Now who's judging who, Tim?
Yeah. Well, one of the things that's really interesting for me is I have ran every single day probably than you are years old.
Maybe you can write about your running journey or how you trained to do a certain event.
Yeah, and so what advice would you give to someone that are like, would other people even find that interesting, or does it not even matter if other people would find that interesting?
I mean, if you're trying to sell it and make a profit off it, you kind of have to make it appealing. But if you just want to write a book to write a book, you can just write it and just be like, I wrote a book.
See, I like where this is going. I mean, you're just cutting to the chase, and why do anything for the sake of doing it, right? I guess.
And maybe you could call it the importance of running.
Have you ever been a ghost author?
No.
Oh Lord. I mean, I think the mass appeal there is like creating habits.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to figure out like, and really the book doesn't have to. The only mass appeal there that you need from that perspective is a title, a subtitle, and a description, and then everything else in the book is irrelevant because people are buying it off of that. So if you could create a title or whatever off of something that's, a topic of choice,
I just think that it's just really the things that you've been able to do at such a young age, Eli, is really, really impressive because like you had to learn the steps of what goes into writing a book, and then you had to write the story. You didn't like it, so then you started it over again. You didn't overthink it. You just went ahead and you did it.
Yeah. I also did a lot of speaking. And I had to be confident in myself.
And so, were you always confident in your speaking, or is that something that you had to learn how to do?
No, I had to learn. I had to learn a little bit.
Are you confident now going into a speaking engagement, or do you have to psych yourself up a little bit? Where do you stand with that?
I have to psych myself a little bit, but after that, I feel better, and then I can do it.
What do you do to psych yourself up? Do some jumping jacks. Talk to the turtles.
I don't know. Probably. I just talk to the turtles.
I tell you, one of the things that was really, really impressive that stands out to me, so many things.
You guys
really,
met
really
once
impressive.
or just?
Yeah, once at, so Eli had this booth set up, he had, his products, and he had I'm guessing some terrapins that were there. I don't know if Tank was there or not, but
that was Bowser that time.
Bowser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, so like, did you know that we were judges when we went to your booth?
Yes, but I treated y'all like regular customers so you could understand because I knew y'all were judges.
But like you really thought, or you thought through this, or someone thought through this, or you found some mentorship to help you think through this. But Zach, Eli had this the headpiece microphone on there. Next thing you know, because this place was loud, there was a DJ, music playing, and everything else, and all of a sudden, but like your presentation was great because you could hear it despite all of the background noise, and very, very well thought out and. Job well done.
Thank you. It was my mom's idea for the headphones and stuff, though, and that was a really good idea because she uses that when she does her booth.
Yeah, it's because it was loud in there. I think that like really my only critique that I had was like as a judge, and it was just tough for me to hear everybody as they were presenting their business.
Where was this?
And this was
the Hampton Roads Convention Center.
Was the whole thing open?
I think it was just the top floor. I think.
Yeah, top floor, but it was open to the public.
Is that the Virginia Beach one?
No, it's the one in Hampton, next to the Coliseum.
Oh, okay. And we had the lady who created this program on.
Yeah,
no?
We did.
You did? I thought so. Okay.
She's also the same person who helped me make the book.
Okay.
And so did you go? And I think that you went through the whole process of like, how much does it cost to make a book, and how much do you sell the book? Did you go through all that exercise?
Yes, we went through that. We went through brainstorming the book. We went through writing it. We also went through how we were going to promote it and how we wanted it to be designed. So it was a lot of things that goes into making a book, especially if you want to sell it and make a profit.
Did you? Who and what? Remind me, the illustrations for everything. How did you use? Was it AI that you used for the illustrations, or did you do the illustrations? There was something unique about that.
Yeah, we use AI for illustrations. However, it's that picture is of me. Yeah, the picture is of me, and then the books. Let's see if I can find it. The pictures in the books of the turtles are photo taken. So like this one is real because that's Godzilla, my musk turtle, and then this is Bowser. That's Tank's boyfriend, and then this is Bowser Jr. That's Bowser's brother.
Yeah. So so you learn all this stuff, and where do you see yourself going in the future in terms of, are you going to continue to write books? Are you going to go down the conservation route? Where do you see yourself going?
I plan to make a bird watching book, a turtle care book. If I can, I would like to breed turtles and like conservate them more and make sure there's more captive bred turtles if people would like to buy turtles or adopt turtles. And I would also like to get my book in the Virginia Living Museum and also do nature walks using the journal.
How does one get in the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Zach.
How do you get in that? Is that the one at the Nolan Trail?
No, it's the Virginia Living Museum.
It's like down the road.
Yeah, it's in Newport News, and then I would also like to do nature walks at Sandy Bottom Nature Park.
Where's that?
Have you talked to anybody from the Living Museum?
Yeah, I volunteer there also.
Oh, okay. So do you think are things progressing? Do you think that you'll be able to have your book feature there?
Yes, they're progressing. As long as volunteering, I'm doing interpreting. So it's very fun. Basically, it's like a whole adventure where you get to talk about what you love. And they also bought a couple of the books there too.
Okay.
So that's how I got the book into the museum.
What's it like having your PR department plug in some words for you while you're talking?
They figured you out. Yeah.
He's got a lot of words, but it seems like he doesn't want to share them with you. So I'm trying to coax him to tell his story.
Yeah.
Aren't you excited about your deal with the Virginia Living Museum?
Yeah.
So tell him.
I think
most of the work though. So
I bet you're probably a really tough negotiator, is what my guess is.
Yeah. I'm very tough to negotiate. I don't really like to negotiate, but if I can get it the right way, I'm gonna do it.
What's the right way? What are you trying to get them to do?
What were your terms? What were your initial terms that you were hoping for?
That we both get profit from selling the book, and that I get my book in the Living Museum.
Ooh.
I think that's pretty.
Can you do that out, please?
All right.
I think those are pretty decent terms.
Hey, everybody.
Publicist. Hello.
As the publicist, we just got an email from the Virginia Living Museum. Turtle Tales is now officially being sold, the book and the journal, in Virginia Living Museum. So you can go and get these two books. Can you help me out, kid?
Yeah. Turtle Tales and the journal.
Right.
In the Living Museum.
In the Living Museum in Newport News, Virginia. Or you can get them from this guy here.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Wow.
And there will be signed autograph when you buy them from me.
Oh, snap. Oh, snapping turtle.
So we just had some that's breaking news on this show.
Yeah.
Sounds like put it on the ticker.
Just now.
Oh, man, Emmanuel's gonna be busy pushing this stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking. That's congratulations.
Thank
you on your new deal.
You got a business class? Is that what it was? That's what got you into all this?
Yeah, it was the Bennett Center, and it took 12 weeks.
And how did you know that was something that you wanted to get into? You know, when Tim and I were, however old you are, we weren't interested in that kind of stuff. We were playing cops and robbers, probably. You know, Zelda. What got you into that?
I think my mom got me into it the first time, and then the second time doing it, it was like just a redo of the first time, but we revamped and did a new book.
Okay, so you took the same program twice?
Yes.
I did that for Spanish 4 times, but that's because I didn't do well in it.
Yeah.
Elijah's like, whatever, thanks. What do your classmates, your friends, your other peers think about your journey when they're not probably doing the same thing?
They're really excited about the turtles part because I was on the news once, or a couple of times, but one time I was at school and some of my classmates helped me read the book, and I had brought the turtles into school, and they were really surprised that there was turtles in the classroom, because before that they didn't believe me that I had did the book and that I had like 8 turtles, and then I brought the turtles into the school, and they were like, "Oh, you do have turtles."
Mm.
That's cool. What do turtles eat?
It depends on what kind of turtle you have, but the aquatic turtles and terrapins I have, like radio sliders, painted turtles, and cooters, they eat a variety of things from bugs, fish, invertebrates, aquatic vegetation, even other turtles, maybe snakes, lizards, whatever falls in the water, basically. Sometimes they'll even eat birds. Yeah.
That's boy. You'd have to be if I was a bird that got caught by a turtle, I'd be pretty embarrassed.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's mostly snapping turtles that eat the larger stuff. Like a snapper turtle might eat a duck or something.
I'm always amazed. Have you ever walked? Well, yeah, the Nolan Trail. I enjoy. That's one of the things that I love. The number of turtles.
I've never seen a turtle there, I don't think.
Oh,
I tried to catch one, but it was like this big.
Oh, so if you go around Nolan Trail counterclockwise, one of the very first bridges that you will that you cross. Oh, there's so many turtles in the water there that we really enjoy walking the Nolan Trail because of the number of turtles, and it's always nice to see them lined up on all the logs in the water, sunning themselves in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Why do the turtles sun themselves as much as they do?
So I'm gonna help with my little helper here. So when they're outside on the logs in the sun, they're getting what's called UVB, which is like ultraviolet light, which helps them digest calcium, and it also gets vitamin D. It makes the bones and shell stronger, especially these smaller parts called scutes, which make up the shell.
Wow. So that must be across all most species of turtles and whatnot. We went to Hawaii, and we went to the North Shore to go see the Turtle Beach there. Again, my wife really likes turtles, so we went there, and
I didn't know that about her, by the way.
Oh yeah, and so we waited like hours because the turtles come up to the beach at a certain time every day, and the reason they come up is it's the older turtles, is what they told us. They go up to the beach to sun themselves to absorb the vitamin D, but the younger turtles don't have to do it as much because they're younger and stronger.
Yeah. And plus, they get most of their vitamins from like protein and what they eat.
Yeah, you'll have to take you can take a business trip to Hawaii and do some research.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, you have Tank with you right now?
Yeah, I have Tank with me.
You think Tank likes you manhandling him like that? Just like picking him up, like taking him out of his environment? Like, I'm just wondering.
Right now, he's in a bucket with a towel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so basically, so Tank is outside in the pond with 3 other turtles, which are Squirtle, McDouble, and Peaches. And they're in the pond in there, and they also have goldfish and like minnows so that they can eat along with the formulated turtle food.
Okay.
You trained them, yes.
Mm-hmm. I trained the turtles, so basically they're tame. So I can put them on the neck and everything.
So do you think they recognize you? They're like, hey, here comes Eli. I know the dinner's coming.
Yeah, they recognize me. I come with a big jug of turtle food, so they recognize that it's me. Even the wild turtles do that sometimes, but that's usually because other people also feed them. So once you feed a turtle a couple of times, they'll get used to you because they're very food motivated.
Well, I know that they're really food motivated with our flowers in the front of our house.
Yeah. They do like to eat a lot of vegetation also, but that might be box turtles that are eating your flowers.
Yeah, that's what we mostly have around our house are box turtles.
Oh, that's cool. I've never seen like a wild box turtle.
What What do the red eyes mean? I have all these questions because I have a turtle expert video, but like one of them, we call them old red eyes.
The red eyes mean that they're a male, and then the females are more dull in color and have brown eyes.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you roasted me pretty good about my book. You've accomplished a lot. What if you run into adults and they're like, "Gosh, I couldn't start a business. I couldn't do what you did." What advice would you tell them?
I would tell them to believe in themselves, and then I would also, what else would I say? I would also tell them to be confident and just, if you need help, ask for help. There's no problem with asking.
I think that's pretty sound advice. I think that Zach and I have worked with a lot of people trying to start businesses, and I think that we've heard almost every excuse twice. Some excuses I don't even know how many times we've heard, but boy, there's an excuse for everything, and it seems like you just get to work and do what needs to get done.
Yeah.
Old red eyes.
Do you have a picture of red eyes?
Oh, I'm sure that I do. I would have to. Yeah, I'll have to dig up the old dossier. I'll do that. Why?
Before you were born, Eli, there was this thing called I think his name's like Freddie, the turtle guy. He'd go into these ponds and he'd pull out these crazy snappers. And then
I've seen that before. It's cool.
Okay.
That's basically what I do when I catch the snapping turtles at the creek.
Do you do like a yell afterwards?
No, I don't yell them.
Okay.
But I have waders on, so I don't get wet.
Yeah, but do you do like a howl or a scream afterwards where you're like excited about it?
No, I'm just like, I just caught this turtle. Like, it's cool.
No, do you put them back in, or what do you do after that?
Depending on the turtle, I'll release them because like they might be endangered. I don't really do that, especially with snapping turtles. I don't have room for a snapping turtle, and I don't want to snap a turtle. I'm not getting injured. I want to keep all 10 of my fingers, all 10 toes. I want to keep all my body parts.
Got it.
Yeah.
Are these is the dust?
Yeah.
Tim, is what you sent me from Terry?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll plug it in. Hold on.
Yeah. This last one, I'm trying to find red eyes, but
So have you named every turtle that you found?
Oh, wow.
Or did you is it just red eyes that you named?
Red eyes is the most famous in our backyard because it makes sense. Zach's plugging in some pictures. The last one I sent Zach is from Hawaii and the North Shore.
I was going to say, where the hell is that from? Like, that thing is huge.
Red eyes. The reason we name red eyes is because him being a male. Now that I understand that, he bosses around and is mean to the ladies, so to speak, and like knock them over on their back, and so then we have to come to the rescue.
Yeah. Do you guys like have like a pond in your backyard or something? Or?
Yeah, we have a retention pond, and it's always amazing to me how fast that they're able to travel. It's like you walk into the other room to go grab your phone or something so you can take a picture, and the next thing you know, those jokers are gone. They travel some distance pretty quick.
Yeah, tortoises are slow though. Tortoises are more easygoing because I have 2 friends that have tortoises, and they're pretty chill, but they're very food motivated. Like if you put a piece of lion in front of them, they'll speed up as fast as they could.
What I was just looking at that. I'm pretty sure those are box turtles. Zach's bringing those. Yeah, Zach is bringing those up, and he'll share them on the screen. and I want to get your reaction.
Okay.
But what did you do to get the confidence and to believe in yourself? How did you? Is that just repetition and doing it over and over?
Yeah, that's repetition. Oh yeah, that is. Let me see, what kind of box turtle that is. That's an eastern box turtle. Okay. Yeah.
So those are just some of the pictures that.
Okay.
Eastern box turtle.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then.
It's okay. Speak.
Repetition basically is just doing over and over again, psyching myself up until you don't have to be psyched anymore. Just making sure that you believe in yourself and have confidence.
Gotcha. Well, I think that everybody listening today, they can learn a whole lot from you. Which one's this one, Zach? Oh yeah, that's
a green sea turtle, I think.
And yeah, they would come up there every day and they would eat the vegetation on the rocks and sun themselves.
That's nice. This is during
that would be, and that was a nice deal. Like you can volunteer, like maybe when you retire, you can volunteer. The volunteers, they go there every day. They wait for the turtles to come out, and then they rope off the area so the humans don't mess with them at all.
Yeah, but nice. Speaking of turtles, I'm trying to do a podcast.
That's all we're talking about here.
Yeah, Turtle Talks. It's a podcast called Turtle Talks that I'm trying to do soon. So I'm getting a couple guests. So if you guys,
what kind of guests are you looking at?
Anybody who likes turtles, anybody who wants to talk about turtles, or maybe you own a turtle, you could talk about your experience owning a turtle. You can reach out to me through my Instagram if you would like to try to talk about Turtle Talks.
What's your Instagram handle? My
Instagram is Adventure Time Eli, and that's Adventure Time Eli on Instagram and Facebook. And I'm also on YouTube.
Do you do all?
Trying to bring up Red Eyes, but doesn't want to come through. Working on it. For those watching, there's Eli's handle where you can find him. What do you watch? Are you a fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Kinda, but here's a fun fact. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are actually inspired by this turtle here, which is the red-eared slider. So if you guys remember, there was this craze about all the turtles when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out. These were the turtles that inspired the Ninja Turtles, and these are also the turtles that people kept buying for like a dime at like the quarter store or whatever. And then they would come in the little bowls, and then they would get this big, this turtle's about a foot long right now. So,
wow. That is full grown?
Yeah. So this is a female radial slider, and they're going to get a foot long, maybe a little bit bigger. But the males get about 5 inches, 5 to 8 inches. And that's all called sexual dimorphism, where they develop different types of features depending on their gender.
Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
I don't know, but I think it's Raphael. Just because he's got the red head like a radial slider.
Zach, who's your go-to?
You know who it is. His name is Michelangelo.
Okay.
I second that.
Zach, you sporting the socks today, Zach?
No turtle socks today. Should have. You know what? I could have worn a turtle shirt. Wasn't thinking about it. Saw a turtle hat yesterday. Made a comment about it. Told someone, I was like, "Oh, I like that hat." Turtles on this, like that turtle logo here, and then on the inside it was all 4 in like each panel. That was pretty cool.
This is like a preview of your first episode, Eli.
Yeah.
Turtle Talk with Zach. What have you inspired anyone else to start their own business or to write their own book?
I don't think so.
Who did you write this one with?
No, but I did write this with my friend Kai. So he helped me design the back of it and also the inside and the pages of this one. So like the dedication and all this. Very cool. I like it.
Oh yeah.
Is this old Red Eyes?
I don't. That's not Red Eyes, but
that's a female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one that Red Eyes is always messing around with and bullying.
Oh.
But I don't have a picture of Red Eyes. If my wife was watching, which she normally is, but she's traveling today, she would have sent me a picture of Red Eyes.
Good old Red Eyes. Well, it's exciting times. Where would you like to take the business? I know you're trying to get, 20 minutes ago, you were trying to get into the Living Museum. We've already accomplished that. Congrats on that. Like, where do you see this? You're not, I don't think, in high school. Where do you see this going in high school, college? Where, like, what are your aspirations for the business for you? Like, where do you see yourself in the coming years?
Well, I would like to at least get 2 or 3 more books out.
Okay.
I want to do turtle talks. I want to breed turtles, maybe keep teaching in schools. What else? I want to do my nature walks. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And maybe travel around the world to see different types of turtles.
Okay.
What's that? What would be your
fever.
bucket list turtles to see?
Diamondback terrapin.
Where?
That's here.
Okay.
Diamondback terrapin, the big band slider.
Where's the big band slider?
I don't know. Fly river turtle, mata turtle.
What about the one else?
That's the fly river.
They were right.
What else? Wait, how many do I have? I have 1, 2, 3. Big band, fly river. I didn't say Cumberland yet. Cumberland slider. What else? I want to see a southern painted turtle. And then I also want to see an alligator snapping turtle. So those are my top 5.
In terms of like subject matter expertise when it comes to turtles, how would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being you're an expert and you know everything there is to know.
I would say a 7 on freshwater turtles and terrapins. I'm doing very well, and I've watched most of the videos and read most of the books that I can find in the house and at libraries.
And when you wrote your book, when you started writing your the first draft, where do you think you were on that scale?
At least a 5, because I was still getting to stuff.
So what I'm hearing there is you don't have to have all the answers in order to get started.
Yes.
You just have to have the idea to get started, and then you can continue to figure it out and become more and more knowledgeable.
Have at least an idea and a little bit of knowledge before you start.
I think that you're putting on a clinic here for the people that normally listen to our show, and hopefully, if you haven't, you can inspire some of the people that listen to this just to go out there and go after the things that they're trying to accomplish or that they're only dreaming of.
Yes.
Well, don't you think it's because at some point, like, Tim, we allow other factors to get in, and as we're younger, it's just like black and white, it's binary. It's like, okay, like this will achieve this. I do this, I get that. And so like that's what I hear here is okay, like all these other, like there's no excuse here. It's like, okay, like the turtles, that's what you gotta go do. Okay. Like it's almost like, and I don't mean this as a mean statement. It's like being simple minded about it. It's like, don't overthink this, right? It's literally this simple, but you just got to do it. And
because turtles are very amazing. They're very interesting. And when you pay attention and I guess be quiet and observe them and take notes. They're very interesting, and you can see what they do. Like, I was just looking at this turtle trying to hunt one of the goldfish yesterday, actually. So,
Well, yeah, and I liked. You just don't overthink it. You just do it. And like when you're a street vendor in New York City, and it's sunny out, you're selling sunglasses, and when it's raining out, you're selling umbrellas, and if it's snowing out, maybe you're selling hats and gloves. It just you don't go into it thinking, oh, well, I only have a business on the perfect days of the year. Well, how do you adapt and how do you overcome that? And
well, I feel like Virginia Beach has that seasonal aspect of it, right? Busch Gardens had that aspect of it. I think Busch Gardens has done a good job making themselves a lot less of a seasonal business. Sure, they're still a couple months off, I believe, right? But 10, 15, 20 years ago, it was a 4 to 6 month business. Then they added Halloween, they added Christmas time or whatever it's called. So like I feel like some areas that we're looking at very seasonal, very just a couple of months to make business have really figured out a way to elongate that calendar. And I like your example of the street vendor. It's like, okay, like, oh, I sell this today, but tomorrow I should sell this because I know what the forecast is. And I think having some options in there is, okay, so not every roller coaster is open. Okay, well, just light some stuff up and people will be excited about it. Like it's crazy to think how just by being a little bit more open-minded on something like that can, just because it was done one way before doesn't mean that's the way it has to be done.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes you got to think outside the box.
Turtle.
I was going to say outside the box turtle. Yeah.
That'd be like a Wheel of Fortune category. What do they call that?
Oh,
like
before and after. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, there's a new Jeopardy show called Pop Culture Jeopardy. I don't know how you do on regular Jeopardy, Tim, but on Pop Culture Jeopardy, I am still an idiot. So I know my goal is one answer a show. That's the same for Jeopardy. That's the same for Pop Culture.
I typically,
Jeopardy.
When it comes to Jeopardy, I like to watch like Celebrity Jeopardy or the Youth Jeopardy because the answers tend to be easier. But so Eli, question for you. We started the show, we were talking about the best donut. Man, 2 breaking news stories on one show. That's wild. We discovered the best donut. The best donut and the book deal at
the Living Museum.
Yeah, so in celebration, your publicist / mom may take you out for a celebratory dinner because of your hard work. And if you could pick one place that you would want to celebrate this dinner, where would you want to go?
That's hard. Anywhere they got seafood, probably.
Anywhere they got all you can eat sushi.
Yes, mom is also right. Anywhere they have all you can eat Asian food or something.
All you can eat Asian. Where do you find that?
I don't know, honestly. I think my dad went to this place called like Teriyaki Madness. I think Sushi King. That's what place too. But I already got my reward today. So after I finish this show, I have to go to a school and read 2 more books, and then I'm going to my school dance. So that's my reward today.
Is it like a holly hop type of a dance?
I don't know. This is my first dance ever.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of dancing?
We'll see what kind of music they play. That will determine.
What kind of music will inspire you to break out some dance moves?
I don't know. It just like comes to me sometimes.
Gosh, the memories of that. I totally lost my train of thought.
And plus, I had to go anyway. All my friends was gonna be there, so like, why not?
Oh, yeah. I remember now what I was going to ask you. So, are you a type of person? Do you have a to-do list that you have to do every day, and like, how do you keep track of all the things that you want to accomplish?
Some of this stuff is just routine and it's already in my head. Some things are new, like today. Like regularly, I would just get up, make my bed, get dressed, make sure I'm clean, and then go to school.
What And then how do you determine when you reward yourself with accomplishing the things, or do you reward yourself no matter how big or small that you're able to check something off of that to-do list?
I always reward myself, whether it's just being outside for a couple minutes looking at the turtles or watching TV, whatever it is. Maybe it's alone time.
It like I said, you're putting on a clinic today, Eli. I hope that that people listen from you, because not everyone celebrates their successes. I think that is really, really important. I think you got to prioritize things that you want to do. What one thing that I notice that is super common is that people stick to doing the easy things. If you know that you have a difficult task ahead, how do you address that task, knowing that it's going to be difficult? Or
I practice with slightly less hard tasks, and then I also practice. Because practice makes progress.
Yeah, I know one of the tricks that I use, and I don't know if you do this, Zach. I'll just a lot of times I just tell myself, sit down for 10 minutes, sit down for 15 minutes, and like the next thing you know, like it's just like my first step when I go out there to run. If I start a task for like 10 minutes, typically 10 times out of 10, I get myself into a groove, and then I'm able to, and next thing you know, I'm sitting down for an hour, and then I've completed the whole thing.
Oh, just sit down for 10 minutes and start working on it and then get up?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I'm in that rut, which like, I don't know if surprisingly, but like now that I say it, I'm going to knock on some wood. That usually isn't a thing for me from a work perspective. But when it is, I'm like, or like if something really is serious I got to get done, I'll do the Pomodoro thing where I just like go to the, which is like work for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. So I'll literally put on like a stopwatch, 25 minutes, a timer, and it goes down. I'm just like, all right, I'm only going to focus on that one task. So like when writing the book, stuff like that, like that's probably times where like I need to like really, really focus and do that. That's how I do it. But I'm with you. Like it's, just get started, right? Just do it. It's the greatest tagline of all, right? It's just get started. I think for you, it's like putting on your shoes, right? Going into the garage, whatever it is. Because once you go out the garage, then start running.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So just get in the car, just turn on the car. It's what you got to do.
Yeah. And I would, and then if you do what you love, Eli probably has not worked a day in his life, and he's been a business person for quite some time.
I mean, I've worked, especially with these turtles. It's hard sometimes keeping their water clean, but I figured out a way. This week, I figured out a way to keep the water clean, so it's not stinking mosquitoes.
How often do you have to do that?
It really depends on the type of your turtle, but for my turtles, especially when they're big and they're sliders like this, I just recommend getting a heavy-duty filter, like a pond filter or a canister filter, and then it'll do most of the work for you. And then mostly all you have to do is spot clean, and maybe do like a deep clean every other month or week.
There you
go.
I
love it. I mean, it. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about it from that aspect. That before you go to Hawaii to go check out the Turtle Beach, there you need to hire some help to make sure that the water stays clean and the turtles stay fed.
Yeah.
Anything we haven't?
I guess that's just. You got to make sure that all those things are taken care of for you, and you always, every day, you got to do something, no matter how cold it is outside or what have you. You got to make sure that the work gets done.
Luckily, I usually bring the turtles with me when I go on trips, especially like Animal Con, which is basically like a Comic-Con for people who love animals. I just brought the turtles, so all the fish in the pond got a break from being chased by the turtles.
I'm sure they were thankful for that. Way to go, Eli. Anything we haven't talked about, Eli, that you want to talk about?
What's your favorite turtle, since we're talking about turtles today?
Michelangelo.
What kind of like real turtle?
I don't know the names of any turtles. I just know 4.
4 turtles. That's funny.
But I know their names. That's it. Okay. Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo.
Mhm.
And of course, the leader, Splinter. And their cleaning helper, April O'Neil.
If you had to own a turtle like Tank, would you get a turtle if you wanted one?
For me, I think the biggest thing would be I'm just to a point in my life now where I have to have a plan in place that the turtle's going to outlive me, and we need to make sure that we find someone that we can give that turtle to in the event of something.
You already found him.
I would love, like, I really like the like those big turtles. They used to have some. What were the big ones they used to have at Busch Gardens?
Like the 3-foot ones?
Yeah, like those. I think that it would be really cool. I think like one of my favorite scenes is in like Finding Nemo, where the sea turtles catch the currents and they go super fast. Like that would be super fun.
The turtles that I have, like I was saying earlier, I had a high power filter.
Giant tortoises.
Yeah.
Oh, they had those there?
They used to, but I don't know what they did with them. But I mean, those were crazy.
Yeah, those suckers are like 150, 200 years old.
Mm.
Yeah.
Maybe they were like Aldabra ones or Galapagos or something.
That sounds right. That does sound right, Eli.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They're really big tortoises.
I mean, like, do you think the turtles are kind of like alligators and crocodiles? They're like modern day dinosaurs.
Yeah. And the journey between like them evolving is very interesting because basically they were just lizards with like really big rib cages, and then it turned into a shell. Wow. And now there's 3 parts of the shell, this is the plastron, which is the bottom of the turtle, the carapace, which is the top, and then the third part, which is the bridge, which is the side of the turtle that connects the plastron and the carapace.
I feel like we're just getting you warmed up, Eli. We could probably talk another hour, but we typically keep the show to an hour long.
Yeah. And
you're setting this up.
Since the turtle is shedding, and this is not hurting the turtle, this is a turtle scoop, piece of the turtle scoop, which are the small little blocky pieces that make up the turtle. Like these lines are scoops that are connected.
Wow.
I did not know the turtles shed it.
Yeah. So basically, they can't like take off their shell like hermit crabs, so they have to shed and grow larger pieces, and then the smaller scoops just fall off.
Love it.
Eli, it's been wonderful chatting and meeting you today. Continued success with Turtle Talks, Turtle Power, all things turtles.
Yes.
Love it.
Hopefully, Tim and his wife with, what'd you call her? Red-Eyed Rosie?
Oh, Red Eyes.
Old Red Eyes. You know, hopefully old Red Eyes is nicer to the other turtle next time you guys see them. And Eli, look forward to meeting you in person and continued success. Just check them out at the site, the bottom of the screen, or the show notes.
Yep. And if you would like to purchase a book, you can get it off of Amazon. You can meet me in person, maybe at my next event, which is Pet World on January 4th from 11 to 2 o'clock. And you can also buy it at the Virginia Museum, and you can check out my book at the Hampton Library.
All right.
Perfect.
Better salesman than most people we've ever had on this show.
That is exactly right.
Eli,
thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you for having me. And Tank says bye. Oh, okay.